You're sitting in a quiet room. Nothing is wrong. The door is closed. The lights are on. And yet somewhere deep inside your chest, there is a low persistent hum, a readiness, a feeling that you can't quite name but also can't quite shake. You might call it anxiety, you might call it stress, but the truth is far stranger than that. That hum isn't a glitch. It's a hunting alarm that hasn't been switched off in 2 million years. Your brain does not know you're safe. It never did. And understanding why changes everything about how you think, sleep, eat, react, and move through the world. Let's go back. Not a few decades, not a few centuries. Back roughly 1.8 million years to the open savannas of East Africa, where your ancestors walked on two legs through tall grass and tried very hard not to die. Predator pressure was constant. Leopards dropped from trees, lions moved in packs, hyenas were faster than you thought possible, crocodiles hid in rivers that looked perfectly calm. Every moment of every day carried a non-trivial chance of sudden violent death, and unlike the deer or the rabbit, your ancestors were not fast. They were not strong. They didn't have claws. What they had was a brain that could detect threats, encode fear, and react in fractions of a second before conscious thought even entered the picture. That brain saved them, and that brain is what you inherited. Neuroscientist Joseph LeDoux spent decades mapping what he called the low road of fear processing. When your senses pick up something that resembles a threat, a signal races to the amygdala, the brain's ancient threat detection hub, before it reaches your cortex. Before you can think, before you can reason, before you even know what you saw. Your heart rate spikes, adrenaline floods your bloodstream, your muscles tighten. You're already running or freezing before the conscious part of your brain has any idea why. This is not a bug. This was survival. A half-second faster reaction time was the difference between escaping a leopard and becoming its lunch. But here's the problem. That system is still fully operational, right now, in you. Your amygdala cannot tell the difference between a predator in the grass and a passive-aggressive email from your boss. It responds to both the same way. It cannot distinguish a rustling sound in the dark from the specific ringtone on your phone that you've learned to dread. It cannot separate the physical danger of a snake from the social danger of public humiliation. To your amygdala, a threat is a threat, and it reacts first, always. Anthropologist and stress researcher Robert Sapolsky has studied this for over 40 years. His work, particularly outlined in his book Why Zebras Don't Get Ulcers, reveals something striking. A zebra on the African savanna will encounter a lion, sprint for its life, escape, and within minutes return to grazing. Cortisol levels drop, heart rate normalizes, the system resets. The zebra does not lie awake at night replaying the chase. It does not catastrophize about the next lion. It returns to baseline almost immediately. You do not do this, and the reason you don't is also the reason you can read these words right now. Your prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain responsible for planning, anticipating, and imagining the future, is one of the most sophisticated structures in the known universe. It allows you to simulate events that haven't happened yet. It lets you rehearse conversations, plan for risks, imagine worst-case scenarios, and prepare for danger before danger arrives. This was an extraordinary evolutionary advantage. The ancestor who worried about where food would come from in winter survived longer than the one who didn't. The ancestor who lay awake imagining predator attack patterns woke up earlier and lived longer. But that same system, turned on in the modern world, means your stress response never fully deactivates, because your cortex is always feeding your amygdala new threats, not real predators, imagined ones, future ones, social ones, abstract ones, deadlines, debt, judgments, diagnoses, the slow, relentless drip of what if and what now. Your body responds to every single one of these as if the leopard is right there in front of you, and this is where it gets deeply physical. When your threat system activates, your body does something very specific. Blood is redirected away from your digestive system and toward your major muscle groups. Your immune system temporarily suppresses so that energy can be focused on immediate survival, Your prefrontal cortex actually goes offline slightly, making precise, nuanced thinking harder. You become faster, more reactive, less reflective. You are built for short, violent emergencies. The problem is that chronic modern stress keeps the system partially on, always, which means your digestion is chronically impaired, your immune regulation is chronically disrupted, your capacity for calm, rational thou